Get out your cast iron skillet. Let's make some chocolate chip cookies baked in a cast iron skillet. Few basic ingredients, and we're gonna put it together right inside the skillet. It's gonna be easy. Put this on the stove, get it preheated, just set it all the way on low. You don't need it hot. Do this first while you get your ingredients ready. So we need to combine these dry ingredients, or most of the dry ingredients, 2.5 cups of flour. Just dump it in the bowl. And this is 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We'll just add that in. Whisk it all together. Get that combined good. Anytime you're baking, you want to get stuff combined typically really well. So this is a full cup of unsalted butter. You just want to get this fully melted. Now if you push it up there on the edges, that'll help to keep it from sticking when it cooks. While that butter is melting in the skillet, I took 2 egg yolks and 1 full large egg, and we're just going to whisk these together really well. So I really whisk these together. I've probably been at it 2 minutes. You want to get these really airy, so make sure you do that. You can get one of them fancy gizmos and do it. I have one, but I don't like to clean it up, so I just use a fork. So I took and I put the eggs in there, and you want to mix them eggs around in that butter and keep them moving so they don't start cooking. And then once you dump in the sugar, so I put the white sugar and the brown sugar, and you just want to keep moving that around as well. And it takes a while. I've probably been stirring this for like 4 or 5 minutes, so I cut that out of the video. But as you can see, it's nice and combined. It's kind of like a syrup. Really good looking, delicious syrup, I might add. Now there's no points about this being a healthy dish. We're eating a chocolate chip cookie, so let all that go. If you're health conscious, this isn't the right dessert for you, because it's going to be yummy. Anything yummy is usually kind of high on the calorie side. So I like the way that looks. That looks pretty good. So now that we got all that syrup made, I'm just going to give this one last hit, and we're going to dump this dry ingredients in there. This is a little bit of the odd part of this recipe. You just want to mix this around. Now I'll give you a trick. If you don't get carried away, you won't have a bunch of dry flour up on the edge that you have to wipe off later, so I'll see if I can do it. Sometimes you can't avoid it, but you just want to stir this dry ingredients in here. Just try not to get it all splashed up here on the edge, because you probably want to wipe that off, and that's kind of a pain, so just be careful. Don't get it all over everywhere. Now this is going to take a while, because you have to get this really well combined. Now right there, see what happened? I wasn't paying attention, and I got some up on the edge. Pretty hard to avoid. If you can do it, you're lucky. If not, we'll just have to deal with it later. Just keep pulling that dry stuff into where it is wet, and keep mixing her together. It comes together pretty quickly. It's been a couple minutes, I'd say. You just want to get it mostly combined. Get any of that dry stuff off of there that you can while you're going. Now that's getting pretty stiff. That's what we want. I just got a damp paper towel. You don't want it dripping wet, but just damp. Get some of this dry stuff off the edge so it doesn't burn while it's baking. Just wipe that out real quick. Doesn't have to all be gone, but your cast iron will like you better. I did rub this down with a little bit of olive oil before I started, so in theory it shouldn't get too bad. That's pretty thick, so now we just want to start smoothing this out. So it's pretty hard to work with after it starts to combine here. As you can see, it's pretty thick. It's kind of like any cookie dough. It's going to swell up, so we want to try to get it end to end. So now that that's pretty much done, I kind of find it's easier just to do this like you would a dough and just kind of work it around with your hand. Because it's not sticking to my hand, but it sticks to the spoon. But They're pretty level. I think the key to this is you want it to be pretty close to the same thickness, of course, so you don't have a place that's doughy on the inside, but burned on the outside. The other thing I do like to do is throw a few of these Reese's peanut butter morsels on the top. You can just stick them around here however you want. You don't need to overpower your chocolate chip cookie, but hey, chocolate and peanut butter go together good, so I always throw a few on there. You can pat them in if you'd like. That looks pretty good. I think we got us a nice looking chocolate chip cookie there. Let's put her in the oven. It's been preheated at 350. I usually set the timer around 20 minutes. Might take a little closer to 25, but that way you can kind of keep an eye on it and just start peeking. So let's put it in the oven. So I'll set that timer and then we'll check it here in a little while. I thought I'd better throw in a little bonus tip. If you don't have any vanilla ice cream, you better be sending somebody down to the store while that's baking, because you're going to want to serve this with some vanilla ice cream. Just saying. All right, there's the buzzer. 20 minutes in. Let's take a look at this thing. I'm pretty sure it's not done. Let's check her out. Oh, we got a ways to go. It's still pretty doughy, so we got a ways to go. We'll just close this up and put her on for another 5 minutes. I bet you when them chocolate chips start to melt, we're probably about ready. So I ended up doing that 5 more minutes, and that wasn't long enough, so I put it on for another 5, so that'd be a total of 30 minutes total. Ooh, boy, that looks good. I don't know, that looks pretty darn good. I got a toothpick here. It's coming out clean. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Actually, I think it could go maybe a couple more minutes. So let's put her back in here. I don't think it was done enough. I think it'd be all right because once we take it out, it'll continue to cook. But I'm going to put it in a few more minutes and then we'll get it out here so you can see it. Yeah, I think we look pretty good now. That's one nice looking cookie right there. We're going to let it cool down. I think as that cools down, it's going to be less likely to stick in that cast iron, and we're going to try us a slice. Oh, it doesn't look like it's too stuck. Cooling down, still a little gooey. I'd say we'll just use this. Now, when you're using metal and cast iron, don't be getting a knife and scratching your seasoning. But if you just push down, you'll be fine. Got us a little chunk off of here. See if I can get it out of here. This is always the challenge. Can you get it out of there in one piece? It's like cutting that first piece of pie, but guess what? If I got that tip, oh, look at that, would you? Now that's some good looking cookie. That looks like it's completely done, and I think it's going to be delicious. Let's put it on this plate right here. Hey, you remember that tip I said about getting some vanilla ice cream? Just grab you some and throw it right on top of there. Oh, it's going to melt in there. And if you leave some behind, what I'd suggest is just take a bite. A little bit of ice cream, a little bit of chocolate chip cookie, and a cast iron skillet. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh, that is good. I think I better have a second bite before I give you the verdict. I tell you what, that is a good chocolate chip cookie cooked in that cast iron skillet. There's just something about cast iron that just makes everything taste better. It's nice and crisp on the very bottom. It's completely cooked. The chocolate is not completely melted, just soft. I let it cool down. It's absolutely delicious. So I'd bust out your cast iron, get a few ingredients. I'll list them down there in the description. And you make yourself one of these, because I'll tell you what, your family and friends are going to love you for it, because that's off the chain good. It's been years since I made one, and I'm glad I did today. And I'm also glad that you watch my videos and you're commenting below when you try this stuff out. Tell me how it turns out for you. I appreciate you watching, supporting my channel. You all have a great day, and please, just keep cooking.